What's good, YouTube? This one here, I ain't done one like this in a long time, but I feel that it's necessary for y'all to understand that the underworld is real. Well, what does he mean by the underworld? Let me explain this to y'all. Let me take this brightness thing over there. The underworld is real, y'all. Alright? There we go. The underworld is real. They made a song back in the day. It was called "The Freaks Come Out at Night." And if y'all never heard that song, it go like this: the freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at dark. The freaks come out at night. That song, right? That was a subliminal message back then, but we didn't understand. We thought that was just entertainment and music. But they was basically letting you know that evil lurks at them hours. I'll say them hours, because I don't know the exact hour. I know the hours that they told us, 3 a.m., 3:30. But let me just say this. There is an underworld, y'all. There is another side as well that is not as brightly lit. I'll say that. Ooh, you know who said that best? I'm looking at something, by the way. Y'all wonder why I'm looking at something. I'm looking at something, being real nosy. Okay, so back to it. Ooh, they try not to let me say this. Um, I was talking about the freaks come out at night. And that song was subliminal. Oh, so, but there is a dark side. It's just the same as this, but it's not as brightly lit. Y'all want to know what's crazy? Google the trailer for Tales from the Dark Side, the theme song, and look at it on YouTube and look behind me. What's the chances of that? Look behind me, look at the sky, and if y'all see the trailer, it shows exactly what I'm looking at now, the trees, and then it flips everything. So imagine me sitting here in the trees and it flips upside down, but it's darker. So so Google that trailer too, by the way. I want y'all to do that. And just listen to the theme song. Just say, not Twilight Zone. Tales from the Dark Side theme song. And it'll show that opening. Tales from the Dark Side opening trailer. Tales from the Dark Side opening trailer. And it'll play that creepy music, and then it'll say there's another side that is not as brightly lit. Just the same as this. So with that being said, I just want to say to y'all, it is another side. Okay, there is an underworld, and the crazy thing about the underworld is, if y'all be in y'all houses, if you out in the woods, and this is when they do it the most. They do it the most whenever they see that people is enjoying having fun, and just enjoying your night. Not a care in the world. You might be drinking some wine, some beer, smoking a joint with some friends. If you do that, I don't. Maybe a beer or two, a shot of Hennessy or something, but so that is another way to open up doors, open up portals for spirits. See, people think that portals are open from the 5G, which they are, and other things, and other things, but let me tell you, spirit boards like Ouija boards, doing a seance, stuff like that. Yes, that opens up doors. But some of y'all still miss the subliminal messages. And one of the subliminal messages is, you remember back in the day, now I told y'all things was slowly starting to be exposed. Some don't pick up on it, but I'm going to give it to y'all. Your liquor store said liquor store, state store, liquor store, state store. Then they say wine and spirits. That's right, wine and spirits. You ever put the alcohol in your system and all of a sudden that person transformed, they different than what they was? Oh, they just drunk. That's what they called it, drunk. But they drank some spirits. So back to what I was talking about with the underworld, y'all. There is a world that exists, and they come out at night. Can they come out in the day? I've seen some things throughout the day that caught my eye. You know, my peripheral would catch something, and it was trying to get through and get past it, do whatever it did, but I caught it. Some people's mind doesn't. Ooh, I like that. Some people's minds does not record that fast. Mine caught it, and I remember what it looked like. Mine caught it, it recorded it, and I remember what it looked like. It recorded it. So at night, sorry about that, but at night, these things have the capability of coming up out of whatever exit they come out of. Some come through portals and some come through holes in the earth. But they move faster than you could ever imagine. See, they could come from anywhere on the United States soil and move faster than the blink of an eye because they are not in what they call human form. Uh, Somebody might say this dude is off the rocker. He don't know what he's talking about. He listened to too much music. He watched too many movies. I done told y'all before. Anybody that watched my videos before, I told you about the time when I was with my father and we was sitting in the kitchen with some other folks and we both seen something at the same time. I really don't even like bringing that up because, to be honest, that was one of the most terrifying things that have happened to me in the past. And not only terrifying, I didn't want to follow my father's, I don't want to say orders, but I didn't want to do what he wanted me to do. He wanted me to go upstairs and get a Bible. After that, I seen that, I wasn't moving nowhere, and I told him, He said, did you see that? And I said to him, did you see that? A dark silhouette shot out of my grandma's living room and shot around my body, made multiple laps, went in the bathroom beside me, and then shot up the steps behind me, and hair on my arms stood up. My arms was cold. My dad was like, he was speechless. Those are the things that people speak of, but they've never seen them, but they speak of these things. Some people speak of things because they heard of stories and they say what they think, but trust me, that is not something you want to see. I've even had experiences where entities would be at the foot of the bed and paralyzing me, and I could only move my eyes, and I could say, I would talk in my mind out loud, but I couldn't move my mouth. They would only let me move my eyes. So let me get into what that really is. See, they created this book, and then they created these things in this book and came up with spirits and demons and stuff like that. Okay, we use these names so people can understand. Y'all see the darkest following me, so I'm gonna drop this video and get it over with. These things that come out at night, the freaks come out at night, that song, and the Underworld. They got a movie with Kate Beckinsale about the Underworld, but they tweaked it up and put the vampires. Y'all, this Underworld, that is those reptilians, the extraterrestrials. They do things. They can move. They can do things that you can't do. They move. They're not us. They are not us. A lot of people say, well, those are demons. They're in the hellfire. Listen, y'all. Whatever y'all call that underground. Call it hell. You can call it the mailman's room or whatever. I'm just saying. Those are your extraterrestrial families. Not my family, but they are the extraterrestrials. A different breed of them underground. Some call them hybrids. Never seen the light. They can't come out in the light. In most cases, that's another reason why some of them is underground, because they can't live up here. Maybe they have lived up here in another lifetime. Maybe not another lifetime, but in another few thousand years ago. We don't know how old this matrix world is we living in. This damn train of Earth, and it ain't fucking round. You understand? You missed me with that one. But anyway, that's another video. So I just wanted to let y'all know that these things that y'all call demons, ghosts, and all that, and the freaks come out at night, y'all. Them is those beings. They move at night because they can only move at night, and they powerful at night, and they can take your life if you're not. I don't even want to say if you're not prepared, because you can't prepare for something like that. They know who to fuck with. They know who they can fuck with and who they can't fuck with. We are actually along for the ride. All I gotta say is don't be afraid. But the past few times I've seen them, I was terrified because I was helpless. I couldn't move. So the underworld, y'all, is real. It exists. It sure as hell ain't what they wrote in that book. Um, I don't mean to diss nobody or ruin nobody's religion, but the underworld is bigger than uh, what they speak about in the book, y'all. That's extraterrestrials. As above, so below. In other words, if you got extraterrestrials above, you got them below. You got water down here, you got water up there. Why you think it rains for 40 days and 40 nights non-stop, flooding everything, and the rain don't stop? You look it up like, how in the hell can it just rain and fill up a whole goddamn city and flood a whole town? Do the math. I'm gonna leave that one alone, y'all. That's another video. Love y'all. Stay blessed.